Hey everybody, I'm Jer. Welcome back to Stock Voyager. Today I'm going to look at a stock that just IPO'd today. Um, the date is January 7th. I'm going to look at the information that they filed with and then look at other information and get you as much information I can about this IPO because they are, as of right now, trading at 760, which is about a 90% increase on the IPO price, which was like $4. So let's take a look. I want to do this pretty quickly here. We are going to go. Sorry. Let's look here. Okay. Let's go and look at the numbers on Google Finance. So if you look at the last 4 quarters, they did 6 million, 9 million, 11 million, and then 10 million in revenue. My only problem that I saw with the numbers was that in the first quarter there, back in September of 2020, they did 600,000. Then they did 865,000. Then they did 1 million in profit. But then it fell all the way down to 271,000. So that's kind of an issue that I keep an eye on if I'm planning on investing or holding this for any amount of long time. Now then, if you go to Edgar, you look up SEC filings on Edgar, and then you go to the form that they filed, which I believe is this General Form of Registration of Securities Amendment. You're going to go here, and you're going to see, okay, we're going to scroll up here. Come on. Okay. You're going to see that they made 6,900,000 off of this offering. That's fine and dandy. Common stock, it doesn't show it here, but they are offering 1,500,000 shares of common stock at a price of $4, which we already know. So that means that right now, free float of shares that are available to trade right now. There's 1,500,000 shares. So it is a low, very, very low float stock. Now, there are, if you go down, where are we here? If you scroll down on this, there are 3 common stock to be outstanding after this offering. 34,807,753. The total number of shares of common stock outstanding immediately after this offering is 35,032,753. Okay, so that tells you that. So now we look up lockup. Look up the, where are their shares for, I saw this earlier. Okay, existing shares 30, total 34 million. Now then, why is this showing me the same thing again? If we scroll down here, where is there? That's not what we want. That's not what we want. I'm trying to get to it as quickly as possible without having it bookmarked here. Come on. Come on. Compensation. Okay. Come on here. Okay, so here is the shares owned beneficiary. Like, this is what, who owns what. Okay, so Sam Lay, I think it's pronounced right, and Maggie Yu, they are married. Like we see that in the filing. If you want to look for it. But they are married. So together they own 33,301,772. So that is most of the company. That is the shares outstanding right now. That's where the shares outstanding. Then there is 1,000 here, 1,000 here, 709 here, and that equals out to be 33. You add the million, however many that they just did the IPO on, and it ends up being the total of 35. So only 5% of the shares are available to trade. Now, if we look up lockup is the period that has to pass before they can sell their shares, trade their shares, do anything with their shares. Like 99% of the shares, as you just saw, is owned by directors and initial stock investors. So with 33 million of those shares being locked up, they are locked up. If you look at the lockup agreement, pursuant to the lockup agreement, we are executive officers and directors and certain existing shareholders holding at least 5% of our outstanding shares have agreed, subject to limited expectations without the prior written consent of the representative, not to directly or indirectly, for a period of 6 months after the offering is completed. Offer pledge, blah, blah, blah. Let's look. Offer pledge, sell, contract to sell any option or contract to purchase any option or contract to sell, grant any option, right, or warrant to purchase, lend or otherwise transfer, dispose of, directly or indirectly, any shares of capital stock of the company or any securities convertible into the exercisable or exchangeable for shares of capital stock of the company, file or caused to be filed any registration statement with the commission related to the offering of any shares of capital stock of the company or any securities convertible into exercisable, exchangeable for shares, capital stock or company, complete any offering of debt securities of the company other than entering into a line of credit with a traditional bank, or enter any swap or other agreement for transfers to another, or in whole or in part any of the economic consequence of ownership or capital stock. Okay, so basically all of that, you could read it yourself, for 6 months. Where is the 180 days? Where am I seeing that? Where was I? 6 months. Period is 6 months. So for 6 months from today, which is January 7th, so you go all the way out to July 7th, because January to February, February to March, March to April, April to May, May to June, June to July. 6 months. July 7th is when this lockup period ends of the 33 million shares. So right now, there's only 1 million shares available to trade, which makes this stock very, very tradable in that you could do day trading with it and probably make a lot or lose a lot, I guess. But this stock can go either way very quickly because there are a limited amount of shares available. And if you have enough people that are holding on to those 1 million shares or whatever, then it's even less than that. And wow. So it's very low float. So that may be all the information you need to know. 6 months, lockup, July 7th, 1,500,000 share float, 33 million shares locked up. This is what their website looks like. It's not too impressive to me. Maybe they'll make advancements with it, but it's not really that impressive to me. Maybe to you it is, but to me it's not that impressive. I don't know how they're doing millions of dollars a quarter. This is the announcement about the initial public offering. They are online retailer, figurines, toys, apparel, and other collectibles. So it's not like crazy great and amazing. It's not like Amazon or anything like that. Like, they're an e-commerce store that apparently does a couple million, $10 million in revenue quarter somehow. Like, someone must love this stuff for it to be doing that. So with that being said, like it's very tradable for that 6 months. I don't know if they can do an offering. They might be able to do an offering, another offering after this. I don't know. I kind of doubt it because usually if a company IPOs, like they don't right away just do an offering. If they do a reverse, like a SPAC, then they can do an offering later on, like pretty quickly, based off of their need for cash or whatever. But I don't see that happening with this. It could happen, so don't think that I'm saying it can't happen. It could happen, but I don't think it will. So, 1,500,000 shares of float, 33 million shares locked up. It was trading at like $8, as we saw. This thing could really explode from here and go to 16 or 32 or whatever. Like, whenever it's so low float that's trading, it can do really amazing in a very short period of time, especially with that lockup period. So, they are trading, I believe, at, it was like 200 and, what are they trading at? Taking into account those 33 million shares, right now at this moment, they are trading at 275 million market cap off of, what did we see here? Off of what? 10 million, 11 million, so 21 million, 30 million, $36 million worth of revenue. So they're trading at like going upwards to 10, but that is based off of 34 million shares outstanding and only 1.5 million shares available to trade. So yeah, this could be, I mean, it could go great. It could also just not have any kind of energy behind it and people not care and it drops. So be cautious, but that's the information you're going to need looking at trading this. I hope it helps somebody. If it does, be sure to like this video. Also, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. And that's all I have. I will see you all very soon. Have a profitable green day and bye.